The firing and bomb blast took place in some of the important places of Mumbai, like the Taj Hotel, the Oberoi, some railway stations, and hospitals.
What did you see and hear all around you when this was
More than 100 people lost their lives, and about 200 people were injured.
Shots there, approximately 5 to 6 bullets that were fired.
Many policemen sacrificed their lives.
Ill towards Pakistan about that they, like the Indian government, the Pakistani government is not doing enough to curb this.
This is not the first terrorism attack in Mumbai. There has been several before, the most recent one being on July 11, 2006. And causes for these disasters and deaths. But let us pray and hope that these kinds of things does not happen again on any basis.
I will be the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. The next Vice President of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
And good evening from the Democratic National Convention in Denver.
America, we cannot turn back. Not with so much work to be done. Palin.
She's exactly who I need. She's exactly who this country needs. Sarah Palin of the great state of Alaska.
The Republican National Convention is now underway.
You know, they say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick.
Fight with me. Fight for what's right for our country.
We never give up. We never quit.
This is where change begins.
An African American has broken the barrier as old as the Republic, a seismic shift in American politics.
Tonight, because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
George W. Bush hoped his last year as president would be remembered for scenes like these. Troops poised to come home in triumph.
You have shown that there is no task too difficult for the United States military.
The massive federal rescue that a staunch free marketeer was then forced.
If you don't take decisive measures, then it's conceivable that our country could go into depression greater than the Great Depression.
And many Iraqis still smolder, as Bush found out during a year-end news conference. Dramatically worse. U.S. intelligence says the war there is spiraling downward, and commanders are scrambling to send in more troops. Background, Bush's poll numbers sank to record lows, so low that GOP candidates shunned him during the campaign, but still took a beating on election night. That means Bush will soon hand the keys to the Oval Office to the other party. Yet looking back, he tells reporters he's got no regrets.
And when the time comes on January the 20th, Laura and I will return home to Texas with treasured memories of our time here.
This crippled banks. One by one, the pillars of the financial world began to fall. March, Bear Stearns. September, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Banking giant Merrill Lynch. Then came the day of September 15th, 2008. Lehman Brothers declares bankruptcy. A bank that withstood 2 world wars and the Civil War could not weather the subprime mortgage storm, the biggest bankruptcy in U.S. history. That was the day the bottom dropped out of the world's financial center.
I'm just wondering if the federal government had anything to do with lowering the standards in the first place to allow everyone to have the American dream, which now is turning into...
IG, the world's largest insurer, was going under. The government decided they were too big to fail and scrambled to pass a whopping $700 billion bailout plan.
The best protection for the taxpayer, and the first protection for the taxpayer, is to have this work.
But the House failed to pass the bill, and markets around the globe tanked.
What happened today cannot stand.
The roller coaster ride showed no signs of letting up. Oil was down from a record high level of $145 a barrel to a little below $40. 533,000 people lost their jobs in November alone.
It's frustrating because after you get unemployment, you can't, you're only on it for a certain amount of time. And after that, then what are you going to do? You have to just keep trying to find work, just keep looking every day.
Everyone wanted to know when it was all going to end.
Some people really feel that we have hit bottom. We're close. I think we're very.
In August, a brief but bitter conflict between two former members of the Soviet Union flared up. Georgia launched an attack on South Ossetia. Moscow reacted by sending in troops and
Russian troops launched a major offensive against neighboring Georgia to reclaim the region of Ossetia.
Across the country, commuters had to deal with escalating gas prices that topped out at over $4 a gallon before falling by the end of the year. Meantime, oil also hit an all-time high.
Oil traded above $100 a barrel for the first time.
Mother Nature also made headlines. At least 59 people were killed in February when a series of tornadoes swept away homes from Alabama to Illinois.
The second we closed the door, it was as if it allowed the storm to go, and right then, just noise, just torrents, every glass breaking, everything we had thrown around.
Later in the year, Hurricanes Gustav, Hannah, and Ike hammered southeast and Gulf Coast states, killing more than 40 people and washing away homes and businesses.
It's really, the wind is really, really bad. Especially the closer you get to the beach. There's no beach over there. It's all water now.
Fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
You take what they give you and you keep it inside. Every spark of friendship and love will die.